Hey stars, welcome back to my channel and welcome to an installment in my back to school series. Today I'm going to be showing you kind of the essentials that I think you should have in your school bag, or at least the essentials that I always had in my school bag when I was in elementary school, high school, and college. Well, some of these things I didn't have in elementary school and some of these things I didn't have in high school, but you get the idea, right? So let's go and get started. First thing you're going to need is a backpack, or a bag, or whatever works for you. This is a satchel that I just would put around like so, and wear it like this, and carry all of my stuff like that. Because that works, because having a backpack on the back of my chair just really wasn't convenient. And so if you're in a wheelchair, definitely laptop bags and satchel bags like this are definitely your friend. This one I got at, well, my best friend got it for me at Hot Topic for my birthday, and it has held up well. I'm very surprised. It's a nice material, definitely not waterproof though. So if you live in a rainy area, you definitely want something that's a bit more waterproof. Next is something for the girls watching, and I call it my Tom bag, my time of the month bag. So you can keep your pads, your tampons, anything you need in this little bag, just like a little carry-all. This is by Kotex. Any little tiny bag will work that you can just kind of slip discreetly into your bag, and it has a zipper so nothing falls out, or if so you're prepared. Or if one of your friends gets surprised by her little aunt, then you've got something to help them. Just make sure you have this in your bag, because that's definitely a necessity when you're in high school and definitely in college. Next, I always carried around an extra book. Now, I don't know, it would depend on your school's regulations if you're allowed to have a Kindle with you, or if you feel safe taking your Kindle to school, or if you even have a digital reader. I still love hardcover books, so I see nothing wrong with having a hardcover book. The only good thing about having an e-reader is that you can store multiple books on this for however long you need it. And it's great because in college you can store your textbooks on this, you can get your books for your classes on this. These are great because you can have so many books on this and you can carry it around, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's not really heavy, but again, you would have to check your school's policies on having electronics in the classroom if you are in high school or middle school or elementary school. Next thing is more for college age, maybe high school, is a clipboard. Especially for me, because I couldn't sit at a lot of the desks, having a clipboard was essential to making sure that I could write nicely and read my notes legibly. So I would definitely suggest investing in one of these, even if you're just using it for doing homework in your bed. They are definitely a great investment. I got this one at Staples for, I want to say around $3, $4. And it's really nice. It's plastic, it's held up really nicely, and it's a really cute design. So, can't go wrong there, right? Next is obviously another book. You've got your textbooks, but you've got to have something fun to read. And so this is just an option, as to show you an option of a regular hardcover, softcover book. This is Bobbi Brown's Beauty Evolution, and it's nice to have something that you can stop and start really easily, not something you have to delve into completely and have your complete focus on it. So, yeah. The next thing I would suggest having is page flags and Post-it notes. These two things go hand in hand, and they're both sold by Post-it. You can also find them in store brands as well, or in cheaper brands, or you can find cute designs. You can do a whole bunch of things. I got a huge pack of these type of flags, not these specific type of flags, but of their regular page flags for about $7, and it was a huge pack of them. And the Post-its are just great as writing down little reminders if you don't have a time to jot down in your planner, which I'll be getting to in a second. Your homework, you can just quickly jot down the Post-it, slap it on your planner, and write it in later. It's a great way to help keep track of things and mark out any questions you have. for the teacher, like in your textbook when you're doing your homework, or to mark out anything that you want to bring up in class. The next thing, kind of obvious I know, but a notebook. Specifically, one of the ones that has the little pocket in the front, because that is an invaluable possession. That is something that is like absolutely amazing, because you can slide permission slips in there, you can slide paperwork in there, you can slide whatever you need in there into that little slot, and it'll be safe and protected. The next thing that you'll be needing for school, or at least that I think you need for school, is a expandable file folder. And this is so big and heavy because it actually stores my stickers. But it's great to be able to keep all of your class's notes and everything together, like once the semester ends or once the quarter ends, you know, to be able to put them in there and be able to go and look back at them for like finals or midterms, or if you're in high school, keep them for your SATs maybe. So yeah, these are a great resource, and you can find them for a couple bucks at the Target dollar spot. The next thing I would suggest having is a planner. This will be a godsend because you can easily write down what class, what the assignment is, and when there's a test, if there's a quiz, you know, anything like that. You know, it's great, you know, if you have any activities, after school activities, what those times are. It's a great way to keep track of things and a great way to keep track of your life. The next thing is a binder. Obviously, you don't need a binder that is 3 inches thick. This is actually from when I was stage managing. But it's great to have a binder, especially if you get a lot of handouts and a lot of loose leaf, or if you just use loose leaf paper, a binder is definitely a necessity. And if you're going to be using one binder for all of your classes, I would highly suggest getting these like dividers, because they can help you divide them from class to class to class to class, or extracurricular to extracurricular, however you need it to be. And then I also like to put a little folder in here, just to kind of be a catch-all for permission slips, things you need to remember, that sort of thing. Because, you know, you never know, like sometimes you're running out of class and you don't know where to put it. Bam, it can go in that folder, and later that night you can go back to it and put it in the right place. Next thing is pencil cases. And there are 2 types of pencil cases you can kind of choose from. And it is this kind of clear type of bag, like flat makeup bag, or an actual pencil case. I actually use this to store brushes, but it's actually a pencil case. They're great. A great thing to have is, you know, I color code, so I would keep colored pens, definitely gel pens, in my binder at all times, because then it would make color coding so much simpler, and it would make things stand out, so I would remember them better. Also, pencils, one for you, one for that person who doesn't have a pencil or forgot their pencil, and you can help them out and say, hey, you want to borrow a pencil? You'll be that cool kid that has all the pencils. I was that cool kid. I was definitely that cool kid. And then I highly suggest having 2 blue pens and 2 black pens, especially if you're in middle school, high school area, and college, because these are the acceptable colors to write in for assignments and things like that. So I would definitely suggest getting a couple of these. These are the Bic Cristal extra bold writing utensils, and I really like them because they're quite thick. And for taking notes, as I said, I liked color coding, so I would take the same type of pens and I would write in these colors for my notes, unless your teachers are really strict about that, and then that may not be the best idea. And then always have a red pen on you, because you never know if your friend's going to be like, oh, I need somebody to edit my paper, or I need somebody to correct this. You know, you never know. So always have a red pen on you. You never know. And sometimes it's really good just to make things stand out in notes, like definitions or vocab words, or if it's history, important dates, things like that. And you're going to need whiteout. I use the Bic Exact Liner whiteout. And then with your pencils, you're going to need extra erasers and extra lead. Also, another thing that you're going to need is highlighters. Again, this helps to make everything stand out, and I would suggest having one big thick liner and one kind of thin liner. These are both by Sharpie, and I love them a lot because the colors are really vibrant and they make things stand out. Final two things are a calculator, if you're taking any math class and they allow you to have a calculator. If you're in high school or college and you're taking pre-calc, calculus, whatever, a graphing calculator is definitely your friend, and if you've taken it already, you may already have it, your TI-84, but if you're just taking basic math, basic algebra, and they allow you to have a calculator, just any old calculator will do. It's great, it's wonderful, and I passed math, so if I can pass math, anybody can pass math. And the final thing that I would suggest definitely having in your bag is a flash drive. Definitely have a flash drive on hand because these things have my life on them. They have projects, papers, contacts, everything on them. And so they are just absolutely fantastic to have. Sometimes the student store will sell them, if your school has a student store, or you can get them at Staples or Office Max, or is it Office Depot now? Whichever. You know, for a couple of bucks, or you can go to Target and get them, or Walmart. You can really go almost anywhere that sells electronics and get a flash drive. I mean, this is I want to say just like a 2 gig flash drive, nothing major. And so, you know, just something to put your projects and your papers on, and that way it's always with you and always safe. And I like to tie ribbons to my flash drives, that way A, I don't lose them, and B, I know which one is mine, because like inevitably everybody's going to get the same black flash drive and nobody's going to put their name on it. Well, you can put your name on it, or you can tie a ribbon to it. So I go with the ribbon. It's a lot prettier. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below in the comment section. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye, guys.